Markle links arms with Harry in VIP box at Invictus Games closing ceremony, and she even flies in her mom Doria from LA to see her prince live in action. Prince Harry brought his girlfriend, Meghan Markle, to see the closing ceremony of his Invictus Games tonight, but hid her in a darkened box in the hope of avoiding attention. The 36-year-old actress arrived with her best friend, Canadian stylist Jessica Mulroney, wearing a white coat over a black outfit, and the two women took their places in a discreet box to the side of the stage. Meghan's closest male friend, Marcus Anderson, who introduced her to Harry last year, was by her side. Miss Markle was also accompanied by her mother, Doria Ragland, a therapist and yoga teacher from LA. The fact that her mother had flown in from the US to spend time with her daughter and Harry emphasized the seriousness of the romance. Harry then briefly joined his girlfriend and her friends in the box. Meghan's mother, Doria, could be seen dancing enthusiastically as one of the closing ceremony's headline acts, Bruce Springsteen, played his hit Dancing in the Dark. He was followed by Canadian rocker Bryan Adams, who thrashed out some of his biggest sellers including Summer of '69. Harry could be seen kissing his girlfriend tenderly on the cheek before leaving her in their box to go down to the stage and give his closing speech. The prince started off by thanking the people of Toronto for their incredible hospitality and singled out British triple amputee Mark Ormrod for his spirit and bravery in competing for the first time. He described the injured servicemen and women who had competed in the Invictus Games as role models for children to look up to. Harry received a standing ovation as he looked at the competitors and praised their determination, saying that many would be at the summit of a mountain many of you thought too hard to climb. Harry urged the audience to take home to spirit of Invictus and make a change, big or small, in their own lives. As he spoke, Meghan and her mother could be seen clapping enthusiastically as they stood together in their box. It is the third time that Miss Markle, 36, star of legal drama Suits, has appeared in public at the same time as her boyfriend in the last week, despite trying to keep their romance under wraps for the last 14 months. She slipped into the opening ceremony of the Games last Saturday with her close friend, Marcus Anderson, although the pair sat 18 seats apart from the Queen's grandson. But on Monday they turned up together to a wheelchair tennis match in full view of the general public and photographers and seemed apparently unconcerned about the attention. Tonight, however, she seemed to be playing a cat-and-mouse game with photographers. It came just hours after Prince Harry was hugged by a little boy on behalf of his father as he took part in an impromptu photo call with the families of Invictus Games competitors. Micah Popiel, 6, ran over to the royal at the end of the event in Nathan Phillips Square in Toronto and clung to his knees on Saturday. Micah's father, Mick Popiel, has been competing in the cycling events as part of the Canadian team. The soldier, who spent 22 years in the army, suffers from PTSD and other injuries. Asked why he hugged the prince, Micah said, "I like him and wanted to say thanks for everything he has done for my dad. I felt very proud watching him." His mother, Aggie Popiel, who was there with her other son, Antonio, 7, and mother Deidre, said, "At times we all need a goal and I am very sporty, so when Mick has struggled I have been there to push him." Mrs. Popiel, from Trenton, added, "The atmosphere here has been unbelievable. What it has meant in terms of the recovery of the competitors is incalculable. Harry should be very proud. It has been wonderful for the children to see the competitors. It made seeing these kind of injuries very normalizing, which is great." Her mother Deidre, added, "I am lost in admiration for Harry and William and Kate. What Harry has done with Invictus and what they have all done for the issue of mental health has been amazing. PTSD is the injury that you can't see, and can be equally damaging. What they have done for mental health issues should be applauded." Earlier on Saturday, former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and his wife Dr. Jill Biden joined Prince Harry to celebrate the end of his third annual Invictus Games. The 33-year-old royal, who founded the competition in 2014 for injured servicemen and women, sat with the Bidens to watch the wheelchair basketball finals on Saturday at Mattamy Athletics Centre in Toronto, Canada. The three seemed to be enjoying themselves as they smiled, clapped, and cheered in the stands watching the USA play Denmark. Upon the US winning the gold medal, Joe Biden was selected to present the honor, placing the medal around the neck of Anthony McDaniel and then giving him a congratulatory hug. It was the second time the Bidens made an appearance at the Invictus Games, swinging by on Friday with former U.S. President Barack Obama for another round of wheelchair basketball. Earlier Prince Harry vowed to continue the inspirational Invictus Games, saying, "The sky's the limit." The royal was once again without his girlfriend, Meghan Markle, as he watched the wheelchair basketball finals. Although she is expected to make an appearance later on Saturday. Shortly before going in to watch the play, the prince spoke to Dome, the host broadcaster for the games, alongside Team Canada competitor Mike Trauner. Asked about how long he thought the competition he founded would continue for, he said, "Look, I think I've said many times before that Invictus has got a shelf life because, as other people have said, the conveyor belt of wounded coming back from war has ceased to a certain extent, especially for these 70 nations. But for us at the Invictus Foundation it happens every year. You think we've made a decision and then you come to the games and boom. And it's like, you know what, we have a social responsibility to continue this for as long as it's needed. Which is what I've always said. We'll have to wait and see. The world needs Invictus, these guys need Invictus, I need Invictus, we all need our fix. We all need to be inspired, we all need to be encouraged and reminded of what duty and service is all about. It would be silly of us to close it out." The royal said that he envisaged the shape and form of the game changing somewhat. This year 550 competitors from 17 countries have taken part in 12 different adaptive sports ranging from swimming to indoor rowing, but insisted that the future looks bright. He says, "It really does look very, very exciting. We're not talking about 2,500, 3,000 competitors. It will be a gradual increase if we can. But at the same time it's impossible to say no, and it's impossible to try and wrap something up that's having a massive impact on changing lives." Vice-captain of the UK team, Dr. Jen Warren, told Mail Online of the impact the Games had had on her life. Mother of one and working anesthetist, Dr. Warren lost the use of her legs in a skiing accident but has competed in sports as diverse as swimming, athletics and cycling. She said, "Calling this a Paralympic event is just scratching the surface. There is so much more to this than that. The way this builds people is phenomenal. My pregnancy wiped 6 years of rehab off me because of the toll it took. My injuries were in my pelvis and the pressure of the pregnancy affected me. That's why it is so important that Invictus helps everyone, not only the recently injured. Even those who have been injured a while ago can get lumps and bumps along the road. Words cannot begin to describe what this has done for me as a person. I was the one who was frightened of their shadow. Last year I was frightened of everything. Look at me now." She added, "I work very hard, in my day job. I am an anesthetist and there aren't many of us who are wheelchair users. I had to fight so hard to get back to work. It took everything from me, I didn't leave much time for anything else. I didn't help that I thought I was a shadow of my former myself. Everyone frowns at you, they think you are a lost patient. Like you don't deserve to be there. I know that is partly my interpretation of how they see me, but inside